Hello. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How are you? Thanks for
I'm
joining me so
great.
early.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So what time is it? Is it like 8 a.m.?
It is 8 a.m. Yeah, and it's raining, so I was a bit worried, about my Wi-Fi, but
Right.
I'm just using the internet for my phone, and I think it's working okay. So let's see. Let's see. I see last time Chris had a bit of problem with his Wi-Fi, right, or something. I see he was cutting, and he was like,
No. Yeah, he was doing a robotic dance.
yeah.
So, but I'm so grateful that you took the time to speak to me. It's a normal conversation. I
Yes.
want to get to know you better because we've known each other through Facebook more than
Yes.
anything else. So why don't you introduce yourself? Take it from there so I don't get it wrong. Be great.
Uh, where I should start? That's the thing. No, I'm Olivier Coste. I am now a referee, and it's been now 8 years. I've been a referee for one championship, and then um, I started my life here in Aubenas, is south of France, and now I'm back here. So I just started my life studying, and then after that, I started to be a fireman in my hometown for 5 years. Then agent of security in a hospital. Then in 2004, I moved to Thailand because I just wanted
Right.
to have another life and then discover new things. And then I spent there 15 years, and then there I learned Muay Thai when I arrived. So that was 15 years ago, and from that point, I never stopped, doing Muay Thai, and I started coaching around I don't know 2010. So it's about right now 10 years ago, and
Wow.
yes, and then yeah, now I'm just back to France with my wife and my two kids. It's something that I wanted to do for a long time because I've been, missing my family. My family is very important for me. So I've been missing my mom, my sister,
Mhm.
and all my family. So that's why I came back here. I felt like I came back at the right time as we had, this lockdown.
Right.
So the last 3 months for some people, it has been hard.
Yeah.
But for me, honestly, it has been good because I was able to just be with my family, and that was a good thing for me. That was a good thing for me.
There's so many things that I found out about you that you were a firefighter before,
Yes,
firefighter and
in my
body no
hometown.
in your hometown, and also a what do you call it? What's that word? Stuntman.
Yes. The thing about stuntman, is it's just like, I always, when I was a kid, I always like doing crazy stuff. And then when I arrived to Thailand, I had a friend from France, and then he was living there already for a couple of years, and then he asked me about, I'm doing stunts, and then they're looking for foreigners, stuntmen. I say, I have done some crazy thing before, but now I have to be on the set, and with the camera, and then people telling you to do, and then is like, is a real setup for it. It's just like you don't do whatever you want because he has to be safe. So
Right.
it was kind of weird at the beginning, but then I really got start to get into it, and then I was getting paid to do my crazy things that I was doing for free before, and I just got into it. So I've been a stuntman for about 5 years, from 2005 2010 when I was living in Bangkok, and then I had like
Wow.
so many different opportunities working on different movies or TVC. So that was from America. It was a TVC from America. It was about pirates, and then we worked in Krabi for like 2 months, and then French movie, and then a lot of Thai and TVC movies. So yeah, it was very fun.
So can I describe you as a risk taker, brave? Because from the two jobs that I hear, it's like it's a lot of what do you call it? It's very risky, right?
Yes,
Fireman
it
and
is.
stuntman. So is that the kind of person you are? Risky and gutsy and brave.
Yes, yes, that's me. Yeah, that's me. It is obviously different. Those two jobs are different. But we have the same point as being risky. But on
Right.
the other hand, I'm saving lives. So it's kind of. But that's part of me as well, and that's why I hope. coming back to France, I will be able to get back to my work, as a firefighter, because it's been something that I've been missing, helping people. And then, yeah, it's something I want to do again, So I hope I can get back to it end of December,
Oh,
because we have to wait every end of the year to be able to get back into the firefighter station.
wow, that's the job that you really love.
Yes, 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 because like, I don't know, uh, Bob Marley, says something about it, saying like, if my life is not for others, my life is nothing, So it's not
Oh,
about just being like living for myself. I think it's living for others as well, So
that's a very noble thing to say. And
mm.
okay, so now you are an MMA referee. So how does that are the qualities of being a fireman applies also when you become a referee? The
Um,
safety of the people?
yes, the safety of the people, and then but it is even harder than being a firefighter, because you really need to recognize right now when, the fighters, they are in danger, and then when they cannot defend themselves anymore, and then you have to be the one who defend them, stop the fight, So it's something else again, I find it a bit harder than being a firefighter, I find it a bit harder, but it's it's jobs that are risky, it's jobs that are very stressful, but it's really some the jobs that I love to do, and then as long as I will be able to do it, I will keep continuing,
I mean, from our very limited conversations that we've had over the years, I remember you
Yes.
saying that, you know, when people around you are not happy, you don't feel happy. I remember this conversation we had before, right? And then it
Exactly.
applies. I mean, that's who you are, and then you find a job that you can apply your values. I think that's incredible. And not many
Mm.
people will look at you that way because you are the referee of MMA, and you also did you fight professionally also. I take it right for
Yeah,
MMA,
yeah.
Muay
I
Thai.
used to fight Muay Thai. Yes, yes, yes. I used to fight Muay Thai. When I arrived to Thailand. But I started my career as a Muay Thai fighter when I was 24. Because in my hometown we didn't have like any gyms.
Hmm.
So it's true that yeah, I start very late, and I didn't have like a long career. But what I like as well about the sport is the respect. And then it's something
Hmm.
that we learn from it, and this is something I really love about it. Um, but yeah, I feel very lucky with everything I've done in my life, what I'm doing right now. I feel really lucky, but once again, about luck, I feel like you create it, so
Hmm.
I never gave up on anything I wanted to do in my life. I even people just being negative,
Hmm.
telling me you're not gonna make it. Why are you going to Thailand? You have everything here already. You have your house, you have your two jobs, you have everything, what you're gonna do there. You don't even know what you're gonna do there. But I felt something, and I just like told myself that I have to do it. I'm someone that is very hard to give up. I if I give up, it's really because I cannot do it. Like really, like I gave my 200%. So that's why I was able to do a lot of things in my life, because I always pushed it, push, 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 and something I might have tell you before. I always see the positive in everything. And I feel like, there is something positive in everything. Even if you think that this thing is 100% negative, is still something inside that you can use, for yourself, something positive that can help you, So I've been living my
So
life like this.
so where do you get that from? Do you get it from experience? Do you get it
Yes.
from
I
upbringing?
wanted, that's what I wanted to say, experience. No, I didn't get for anyone, because when I arrived to Thailand, I was on my own. And, when I arrived to Thailand, I couldn't speak any language except my own language, French. So
Right.
it was very hard for me at the beginning to be able to communicate with people, to find jobs, too. But I
Right.
was lucky to have like friends, around me that can, support. But I was kind of on my own because I didn't have like real friends, close friends. They were all in France, and then I was kind of left in Thailand doing my thing. But yeah, experience, even good or bad, even good or
Mm-hmm.
bad. That I took everything that could help me in every experience, even they were good or bad. I took everything that could help me to, be where I am right now.
So you were in Thailand for 15 years. What do
Mm.
you learn? One, I mean, there are many things that you learn, right? But if you can just name a few, what do you learn from Thai people that have taught you?
Something that I always say to my friends, and I met some of my friends last night as well, is that, I can see, in Europe, in many countries, to be happy, you really need to have like the last phone and then the
Hmm.
nice car. Is more about the eyes of the others, how they're gonna look at you, and then from that, if they look at you and then they say wow, and then you're gonna feel a bit happy about yourself because you impressed them. You know what I mean? But in Thailand, people they have nothing like,
Hmm.
I see some of the family or some of the kids are playing in the street with a wood stick or whatever, and then I see their huge smile, and this is what something taught me about, yeah, you don't need that much in life to be happy. And then it stopped me from a lot of things about, go buying this, and then, all those things that sometimes we don't use. Is more about impressing people than anything else, and then this is what I learned, the respect, and then being able to be relaxed and then not stress about anything. Something that I used to do before is that I was stressing over something that I didn't have power on. See, it means, I was stressing for something, but I couldn't do anything about it. But I was still stressing for it. But if I cannot do anything about it, why I'm stressing for? You know? And then
Mm.
this is what I learned from them, and this is where how I live my life now. And those 15 years make me a lot more relaxed in my head, in my body, and then I feel a lot more happy. And I'm happy to come back here and be able to be like that, because when I left France, I was really,
Hmm.
really stressed, and then um, not really happy, And now I'm very happy, very happy.
Fantastic. You have two kids, and you also are a very what do you call it? Involved parent, father. And
Yes,
also, I discover you're a great carpenter, right?
yeah, I discovered that too. The lockdown again. You see the lockdown. It's something about the lockdown.
Right.
I don't know. I just had a lot of free times, and I just bought a piece of land last year, and then I just wanted to make things for my kids because I love my kids. I love to spend time with them. I like to make them happy. But once again, like I said before, um, I prefer doing something with creativity, creating myself, and then the reward from it is seeing them playing with it and be happy and then smile, and then this is something is very is make me so happy, So I started with, a little wood house, I started with a little wood house, for them. And then after that, I couldn't stop myself, so I just kept going. And I felt like I just make like a land where, for kids, so now I even have the friends of my kids, my friends, the kids of my friends that's coming to play at my place, so that's it. It's a great place
And
where I can see kids running around having fun, so yeah, I I even my family never knew that I could do this kind of stuff. I didn't knew that I could do this kind of stuff, but I knew that something that was kind of really creative. I knew I kind of knew that, but with this thing with the wood, I don't know. I was happy with myself knowing that I could do something else, So
so I saw the swing. So this is a silly question. Did you need instructions to do that, or you just go like, okay, I put this together, how it works?
it's just I don't know. Even my dad is like, you see this piece of metal, you just see it like that, and you could see having a swing and then make a roof. You had it
Incredible.
in your head, or you just made a plane, or I don't know. It just came like this, So yeah.
That's incredible. So you discovered a new talent.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. So that's why I say the lockdown sometimes for some people it was bad. For me, actually, it was very good.
So I remember one of the most funny conversation that we had before was I remember I got tickets to watch MMA, right?
Yeah,
And then I reach out to you and I say, hey, I've got tickets to watch MMA because this is how ignorant I am, right? I didn't know what you do for a living. So I say, I got, got 2 tickets for MMA. Do you want it? And you go like, oh, thank you so much. That's very kind. But I think I'm going to be, I am going to be the referee there. And then I looked at your picture, like, oh, he's the
yeah.
referee of MMA. But you were very sweet about it. You make me feel stupid about it. So
No.
do you miss, so this is another question. So you have lived in Thailand for 14 years,
Mm.
and now your wife is Thai, I assume,
Yes.
right? She's Thai. So how is she coping? It's the reverse, right? So now she's living in France. How is that change? How is she handling that change?
She handling it pretty good though. Like I'm quite surprised, you know. The only problem is just communication. You know, it's very hard. Like
Language.
I know how she feels because
Yeah.
when I arrived in Thailand and I couldn't speak, you know, any English or Thai, you know, it was very hard for me to, you know, to see people communicate together. And then I feel like people might think like I might be a bit like I might have a problem because I was
Right.
just sitting on my side and then I wasn't saying anything and I was just worried, you know, that they think like I have, you know, mental problem or something, you know, because I wasn't saying anything. It was just here, but I'm a good listener. So what I mean by that is like before knowing people, I listen a lot about what they say and then after I
Mm,
talk, you know what I mean? So before like really getting close to someone, I listen a lot about what they say. I let them, you know, do their things, and then after that, you know, I start to talk and I start to communicate, and then yeah, get a trigger when I feel like, yeah, those people they might be interesting, and then you know I start to communicate. So, but to get back to her, you know, it's just yeah, this position where when we go out and we stay with my friends, she cannot feel like you know left alone. I do my best,
mm,
but at the same
mhm.
time, I just get back my friends. So we have to talk about the last 15 years that I didn't see them. So we have
Right.
to talk about a lot of things. So, but she's with the kids. We have one of my friend that his wife is Thai as well, so they can you know communicate. Um, but um, but she's okay. She can wait to get back to work here to find a job, maybe in a
Right.
restaurant or something. You know, we will see. She still have time. You know, but um, everything is okay. You know, step by step. The lockdown didn't really help because it kind of like slow down everything. The process of her going to school to learn the language
Mm,
and the fact that she will get to school, she will learn language. It will help her to get a job. So the lockdown kind of slowed down everything, but we were able to spend time together because if we didn't have the lockdown, I would have to go back to Asia
right.
to go to work, you know. So yeah, it was good somehow that we have this time for us to, you know, explore a bit around my house and then meet my friends, talk with my family so they can get closer. And
Right.
but she's doing good. She's doing good.
So you are 40 this year, right? You're
Yes.
40 years old this year. So you're very fit. So can you talk about how do you maintain your fitness? What is your routine? What's your daily routine like?
Um, is you know the thing is that I'm always trying to even if I do a little bit, you know, if people listen, you know, sometimes they feel like they don't have, you know, motivation, you know, to go to train, you know, but just that little, even 20 minutes, you know, that's gonna
Mm,
help you to keep going because the thing is that if you just you know stop for like few days, then you will get used to it. You will just get used to you know do nothing, and then you will start to get bad habits, you know. So it's good that even if you some days that you feel tired, just have like a 20 minutes, you know. So even sometimes, you know, I just do my push-ups, you know. I like to do body weights because I hurt myself a lot with my joints, with, you know, heavy weights and stuff like this, you know. So I do a lot of body weights exercise.
hmm.
And I know that is where a point that if I let myself go right now at 40, then
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be very hard, to, get fit again, so that's why right now I keep it going. I try to, it's just to have it like a lifestyle. Well, once you have
Mm-hmm.
it as a lifestyle, then you'll be good. But if you force yourself, it's never gonna work. Like I used to do before. So I was going up and down, up and down, up and down. So now is I feel good with my diet. I feel good with my training, and people really do have to know that uh, being able to be consistent with the training is not only about the body, it's really about the mind. And when I train and I feel good in my body, I really do feel good in my mind. So, and even what we eat, you are what you eat. And then it's
Yeah.
true that sometimes when I let myself go, and then I just like, oh, whatever. And I'm gonna
Right.
go for McDonald's or Burger King, and I don't feel good in my head, somehow, And when I have like all my nice meals, my healthy meals, I feel really healthy in my mind, So
Mm-hmm.
it does really work together.
So what is your fitness routine like when you wake up? What do you do? You do.
Now I hurt my knee, but okay, I was training for a triathlon, so I wanted to do swimming, running, and cycling. So I was just like switching every day different. So I will go for cycling about 1 hour. I will go for swimming. I have the swimming pool here, and I just attach myself to my back. I don't know if you see it before. So I attach myself on my back. So I cannot do laps because it's too small. So I attach my back with the elastic, so I just
Uh-huh.
can keep
All
going
right.
for like, like minutes and minutes and minutes. So that's good training as well. So usually morning is cardio, and then
Mm-hmm.
evening I do weights or body weights exercise. That's usually what I do.
It's 6 days
And
a week, 7 days a week.
so I train, so I have two breaks. So I train Monday to Wednesday, break on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, break on Sunday.
Okay.
So it's not too much, and I have a break in between. So it's good. It's good.
You touched on the mind, how your mind, what you eat, it clears your mind. It's important to have a very powerful mind. So what do you do? Like we train for the body, we exercise, we do body weight exercises, we go for Muay Thai, whatever. But what do you have a specific exercise for your mind?
Um, I really tried during the years, work on meditation, something that I really try, but I'm
I'm sorry.
it's very hard for me to stay still, I'm someone very active, it's very hard for me. So I really try sometimes, but and I can work on my body. I can work on my body, just sitting and trying to relax, close my eyes, but my mind never stop. Yeah, I'm always thinking about something. I'm very creative, so I'm always not only about the wood, but I'm, I don't want to think people I'm psycho and I'm just thinking about, oh, what I'm gonna do next. What is my? But it's true that I posted though. I'm saying like, oh, my next project is so. But no, but my mind, my mind somehow never stop, and I'm trying to control this, but it's very hard for me. This is maybe that's why maybe where I am right now, doing all those things in my life, because
Right,
I always want to challenge myself. It's something I wanted
right.
to talk about is challenging yourself, and this is I'll always do it. I always challenge myself because I want to know where I am. I want to know what I'm capable of, and that's why I'm always challenging myself. So yeah, meditation is something I really want to work on, but I've been training for 40 years and I still cannot do it.
but
But the
but
cycling, running, I feel something very relaxing somehow,
right.
because you are on your own and you just keep going and you can see the surrounding, you're working on your cardio, and then yeah, something that I like to do and I think is good for my mind.
Yeah, I think that's your meditation. I think sometimes we are, the word meditation is very overwhelming because it means one thing, but there are active meditation. I can't sit still and just meditate. I have to do things. I do meditation when I'm walking or
Same, yeah,
doing
exactly. Yeah.
something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you're on the right track. So when you said patient, it's like, I'm impatient. Like I'm impatient.
Yeah, same. See, oh my God. When I have something in my mind, it has to be done. Yes, no, nobody can stop me. He has to be done. Even my dad says, like, come on, we can do it tomorrow. No, he has to be done right now. If not, I won't be able to sleep. I have to do it. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Do you know that we are a dying breed?
Yeah.
We are a dying breed because
Mm.
many people are just like, oh, we'll wait for tomorrow. I can't sleep if I don't fulfill it too. So we are
Yeah,
a
yeah,
dying
yeah.
breed. There's a very small percentage of us.
Yeah.
So what is your definition of spirituality?
Um, I don't know. It's spirituality. Like like I say, it's something that I've been trying, all my life to work on myself, and then trying to be as good as I can with myself, with everybody around me, and then I don't know. In my mind I'm always thinking about others, and like I say, about how they feel and people around me. If they're not happy, I'm not happy. So I always been thinking about others, and then what's happening around the world right now with everything,
Mm.
and then yeah, it's kind of weird. Like I should, many people telling me, especially my parents telling me, that I should think more about myself, and I do more about others, and then most of the time when I'm not happy, I is because I'm thinking about other people not being happy and not about myself. So um, yeah, just I feel it's just who I am. So
So you mentioned before in some of your interviews, you've mentioned about the difficulty as a father, right? It's that the one of the hardest job is being a father. I think that's what I'm summarizing it.
yeah, no,
Am
no,
I
no.
correct to
I'm
say?
just thinking at the same time. Just thinking at the same time. Uh, yeah,
So
because we don't learn this at school. You know what I mean? We don't know, nobody taught us how to be a father and mother, so you always, and me is very, I have a lot right now, the fact that I'm a father, I have a lot of more respect to my parents, a lot
mhm.
more. And that's why I'm trying to, you know, tell this to any kids that I'm seeing, like, you should really respect your parents, because once you're going to be a parent, you're going to know what it is. And what I said last time is that even I'm seeing my kids happy, is sometimes things that I feel that I might not doing it right, and it's very hard because I nobody taught me anything about it. Like, my parents told me things about respect and things, but it's sometimes that, when my kids are going crazy, I'm trying to tell them that kids are kids, and just if they want to go crazy, they will just go crazy, and it's sometimes nothing you can do about it. You just put them in the corner and you say you're gonna stay there and you're just gonna relax and everything is gonna be better, But but yeah, it's I've been very hard on myself about that, because even they are still young, but I always been thinking about what I'm doing with them, even everybody seeing my kids very happy, very polite and everything, But I always been hard on myself, telling myself, yeah, I'm doing things right. So yeah, you know, I have a lot of respect for all the parents, because it's some of them that they can have that thing, naturally they can be a father and a mother, and some of the people, they will get lost, they will be lost, having two kids that, how am I gonna teach them this, how gonna, with the school and all these things, is definitely the toughest job, because it's some of the job that people are gonna teach you how to do it, but it's,
Mm.
being a parent is really nobody gonna really teach you how to be a parent,
Mm.
and it's very frustrating sometimes when you see your kids throwing a tantrum, and what should I do, and then even if you do your best, you can talk to them, and it's nothing changing, you're like, oh my God, but it's definitely the toughest job. it's the hardest job, but it's the best job somehow. I cannot call it a job, you know what I mean? But yeah, yeah, definitely is something that everybody should experience. You know, people are saying like they don't want kids. I can understand, but it is, if you really want to know about more about yourself and about your parents and everybody, you should have kids. You should have.
Yeah, I know. Because sometimes I see my kids, right? My
But you
kids
you did you did
just,
a you did I feel like you did an amazing job, you know. I don't know.
well,
I'm
you know,
seeing
sometimes you just balance.
seeing them, you know, like yeah, of course. But I feel like we don't know everything. People see, you know, sometimes they seeing your kids, they smiling, happy, you know, but you don't see them at home when they are crazy and they make you
Yes.
crazy.
Exactly. But I like the point that you brought up that nobody teaches you. It's just from your own experience, listening to people, reading books, how to be a parent. One of the biggest issue for me was this maternal instinct for women. We're supposed to have maternal instincts, and I
Mm,
never had that when with my first child. We were kids when we are after we give birth, the baby is shoved in your face and go like,
yeah.
this is somebody that you love, and we are in pain, so so we're supposed to love. I never had that, but the maternal instinct came to me when I
Mm,
start looking after the baby. But you have to learn from yourself, because a lot of things that you hear from outside, you feel disappointed because you can't relay on what you hear, and you feel like a failure. But you are an incredible father, and hopefully that most men that are irresponsible get a to hear you and take pride and learn something, because there's so many single parents now, whether it's women or men, that don't take responsibility.
mm. But yeah, for me, my kids are everything, you know, everything, everything. I will do everything for them, you know.
How old are your kids?
My daughter is 4 and my son is
Oh,
2. Yeah.
are you planning to build more stuff? It's like
Uh,
a Michael Jackson Wonderland.
there, I will. Yes, it's getting there. It's getting there. But for me, it's nothing fancy. It's just a recycling. I'm just recycling woods and stuff like this because once again, you know, I think everybody should do that. You know, I could have, like I said many times, I could have buy them a nice, colorful plastic houses for them, but I think we have to, we can see right now, you know, that
Mm,
hers, you know, telling us something, you know, that we have
right.
to do something and then we have to stop destroying the planet, you know. So, you know, I'm having my small part, you know, I'm having my small part. And if everybody should do, it's something small, you know, it's nothing, you know, I could buy plastic, you know, to make them a small house or playground or whatever. I could do that, you know, but I'm just using woods that I find around and and people telling me it's beautiful. Yeah, so everybody can do it. I didn't, something I didn't learn as well. I'm just, you know, go YouTube and they're showing you everything. You can do everything
Yes.
through YouTube, you know, so that's it.
So what so your journey, and now you are an MMA referee. Now you want to go back to being a fireman. Does that mean that how does that work? Explain some to me. Like, will you still be MMA
Yes.
referee? How does that work?
But once again is I could just keep my work, you know, as a referee. I will keep it. I will still be a referee, right? But it's still so much thing. Life is short, it's going fast, and still so much thing I want to do in my life, you know. So I will just we have like around 2 to 3 events, you know, per month.
Right.
Whenever I go to work, I usually leave on the Tuesday and we come back to France on the Saturday. So it's about 4 days, 5 days. We have 2 events, around 2 events per month. So basically it's like 10 to 15, you know, max days away from France. And the last 15 days, I will just, you know, be here, you know, and go to fireman station whenever I have free times, you know. So I will not be, I will not work like the firefighters, the ones that work 5 days a week. I will just come
Ah.
and then have like 20, like usually it's 12 hours. So we have my 12 hours. And then whenever I have a slot, a free slot, where I just give them my disponibility, and when I have like a free slot, they will put me in there, and I will do my 12 hours, and that's it. It's how it works. It's not
Oh,
like
oh,
a full time. It will be a
I
part-time job.
see.
Yeah.
Okay. So you won Best MMA Referee in 2018.
Yes.
How did that make you feel? I mean, I'm sure
Um,
you're very happy.
yeah, I was very happy because it's a recognition about my work, about what I've been doing for. But once again, I got, for me, it's a bit different because the fact that I got this, I have to show them why did I got it. So it doesn't stop from where I got it and before. It's the day I got it until now and then further. You know what I mean? So I have to keep going. And I was with my trophy. I was like this, and I was thank you very much. I wasn't like, yeah. As a referee, you're not win anything. You just here for the safety of the fighters. I'm not winning anything. I'm not winning a belt or I'm a trophy. It's a trophy I'm holding like this, but not like this. So I'm not a winner on anything. My job's still very important. Working on the safety of the fighters, So I just have to keep going. But I still, I felt very happy because our job is very stressful and it's the
Mhm.
recognition of everything, and yeah, I felt very happy and make me confident and make me want to do even a better job, So
To me, it's very dangerous because in the middle of a fight. So do you ever get hit accidentally by the fighters?
yeah, it was I think beginning of this year where I had to stop a fight because one guy get knocked down, and then and it was heavy punch. It wasn't out, but it was down, and then the fighters would knock him down. The fighter follow him, keep punching him. So I stopped the fight, and the guy that was on the floor was just like out of his mind, like really. So he just grabbed my leg and tried to submit me, and he don't want it to let go. Even
Oh,
he, yeah. I will show you the picture. Is very insane. A lot of people laugh about it. I wasn't
I'm
laughing
sorry.
about it. No, 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 no,
I
no.
know.
But a lot of people been laughing about it, so I'm okay with it. But it was kind of like it was it wasn't like I wasn't traumatized about it, but I was kind of worried because he had my leg and he don't want it to let go, and I was even people jump inside the ring and try to stop
Right.
him, and he was just saying no, 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 he don't want it to let go. He didn't know, he didn't recognize anybody.
Oh,
So one of the officials, after like few seconds, tell him, "Hey, you have to stop now." Then he kind of wake up. He kind of woke up, and then he was like, "Oh," and then he stopped, and then he released my leg, and then everybody started
oh.
to explain what happened. So it was kind of crazy. It was at the beginning I was really scared because I had problem with my leg already, and I don't want it like more damage because you don't want it to let go. But after when I review everything, it was kind of funny. It was kind of funny.
So I've stopped laughing
No, no,
about
no,
it.
you did good. You did good because everybody did it anyway. So I show you the video, you see it. You see it.
I want to ask about women in MMA, right? So a whole bunch of women are in MMA. So what are your thoughts on that?
My some people they might find it, you know, they might think that it's not for them, that it shouldn't be there. But once again, I find some of the fight, women fight, very entertaining, very entertaining.
Really?
So yes, and so I really do think that they have their place in there, and some of them they are very tough. They're skillful. They have very good fighters. So for me, I think they definitely have their space in there. People getting excited to see them fight. We have title fights for them. We have big fights, big events. Some of them make the main events, and it's bring people. So yeah, I think it's very interesting.
So do you when you referee women fighters, is it different? The
Nothing changed for me. The rules are the same. The safety is the same. Um, I just have to see on my side, if I always keep telling them that they have to show me something, that they have to defend themselves, and if I see that they have too much, I just stop the fight, But it doesn't change anything for me because the rules are the same.
Right.
Rules
So
are the
what
same.
are what are the top three rules that you say to a fighter? I mean, I've never been to an MMA fight.
Three rules. Um, is the fans need to be entertained. First of course, it's the safety of the fighters. That's the main thing. So we just when they're on the ground and I feel they're in trouble, I will tell them to defend themselves. If not, I will stop the fight. Then we have to it has to be fair. So I need to apply the rules to both of them equally. And
Okay.
then the last thing is entertainment. So I need to be sure that the fight keeps going. So I will tell them, for example, action or improve your position. So action is mostly when they are standing up. So they
Uh-huh.
are striking. So I have to keep telling them action. So it's keep the fights entertaining. And when they're on the ground, I will say, for example, if they lay on the ground to each other and nothing happening, so I will tell them improve your position, work to finish. This is my commands, during the fight.
What is the most dangerous fight that you've have refereed before?
I have about more than 1,000 fight, so it's yeah. So I think it's one of the fight. I think it was Hongla and San against Ken Azigawa. That was from one guy from Myanmar and then the other guy from Japan, and they were from 5 rounds of war, and then that was crazy. So I was on my toe for like 25 minutes. So it was. I won't say it was dangerous for
Mm-hmm.
me, but it was just. I was on my toe like it was any seconds that one of them will get knocked out, So it happens, I think, at the end of the fourth or the fifth round. So after 25 minutes of war, so they both had a head like this,
Wow.
the day after when I see them at the breakfast in the hotel. That was insane. That was really insane. So
So it's very intense, right? As a referee
yeah,
to watch that, and you have to be very alert, and you got to watch. You remember the rules and all that. A lot of things that's happening, right? So how do you, at the end of the fight, what do you normally do to just collect yourself together?
sit down, breathe, sit down, breathe. Because people keep telling me, "Oh, you're having the best seat in the house." I'm not sitting. I'm just
Right,
moving around and, like you say, being
right,
alert. So
right.
is not. I wouldn't say no. I can't say okay, it's the best seat in the house, but people
Yes,
do have to know that I am so focused
right.
on what they're doing, and then I'm seeing the fight differently than other people. All I'm
Mm-hmm.
seeing is if they do the right thing, if they don't do any fouls, if everything is safe, if he's okay, if he's not okay, should I stop? Should I not stop? So I'm always on
Mm,
my toe. I'm always like, my brain is just like my eyes and my brain. It's just working like 100% both of them. So after the fight, of course, I'm just sit and try to relax and get back into a normal set of mind and just relax, And then after that, when the second fight starts, and I get back into it, But it's true that after the event, I'm exhausted, I'm very mentally and physically, I'm exhausted.
so what do
Very
you do?
tiring
You
mentally.
just chill out? Like what
Yeah,
is
yeah,
chill
yeah.
out to you?
No, no, I like to listen music, I like to listen music. So, chill out music, you know, on bed, and just chill out music and just relax,
So who's
Just
your
I love
favorite jazz?
music.
Who's your favorite jazz player?
Jazz player.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you knew, but the king of Thailand, he was
Yes.
playing doing jazz, right? And
Yes.
then I really do like, because of Thailand, because of all those things, So I really do like what he was doing. And he has a meaning for me as well, because I've been there for 15 years, So he has a meaning for me, So
What's your favorite Thai food? Oh, I forgot to ask you that.
Thai food is, um, uh, I love food, so it will be very hard for me, to choose. But I wouldn't say that I like Thai food. I like Isan food. So Isan food is a part of Thailand, is
Uh-huh.
north of Bangkok when you go up there, and then Isan, it's called Isan, right?
Okay.
And then there they have like all this spicy food that they has, and then with the sticky rice, and then with the different type. They have the pork, and then they have fried pork, and then they have like a liver, and then it's kind of like weird started in the papaya salad, very spicy
Okay.
papaya salad. So all this area right there, they make very amazing food.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
never
really
heard
like
of it. I
Isan
never
food.
heard of that.
Check it out.
Eastern
Check
food.
it out. Very good. Yeah,
When
yeah, yeah,
when
yeah,
I,
yeah.
next time when I go to Thailand. So
Very spicy. Just let you know.
I love
Very
spicy
spicy.
food.
Okay, very good. But you know, in Thailand, even you should say a little bit, it will still be spicy. Even if you say a little bit, it will still be spicy. So sometimes you have to say, okay, you know what, no spicy.
Oh, you're right, right. So I'm so glad that I got to know you a bit better, a lot better, because normally just on social media I see you, you see me, but
Yeah.
you are definitely this is why I do the show, to get inspiration from people that I speak to. We all see each other as the job that we do, but we never get to know the person, the actual person. So you
Mm.
are definitely a person that represents mind, body, spirit to me, because you got all the three elements together. And in search of, everybody's in search of balance. And I find you a very balanced person. What can you pass on to people? What?
Balance is key.
Right,
Balance is key.
right.
In
So
everything
what?
you do, in everything you do in life, everything you do in life, you need to have a bit of everything. Not too much, not, balance for everything is key. Same in relationship. You need to be with your
Right,
partner, but you need to have your own time as well. And then
right.
this is the way you can balance things out. But if you are too much on one side, it doesn't work. So balance is definitely the key for
But
everything
it's
you do in life.
but people see you, people go like, okay, he's very eloquent, he travels around the world, and he knows what he wants, and people will say he's 40, of course he finds balance. Most of us have to gain through experience. But what advice can you give people that are looking for balance, people that are looking for the actual entity of mind, body, spirit? What can you tell them?
I think that we sport. People we do sport. Too much sport is not good too. You need to be able to, um, yeah, balance. I try to balance everything in my life with the sport, with healthy food, with my family, with my own activity. People seeing me being creative, challenging yourself. Something that I've been doing for a long time is always trying where I am right now with my body, what I can handle, my mind as well. Um,
Mhm.
which point I will give up. Like, for example, at the moment, I'm giving myself a challenge where at the end of the month, on the 30th day, it will be around 1,000 sit-ups or 1,500 sit-ups or something like this. It's something insane. But I want to know where I am able to go, where will be my breaking points, where I will, during these 30 days, when I hope I won't give up. But it will
Right.
helps me to know where I'm able to go. And I think in life it's good to have this kind of state of mind, and keep yourself busy with different activities, and always learning new things is good to make the brains work. But as well, like you say, being able to surround yourself, with people that will be able to inspire you
Right.
and be positive. Everything is negative for my life. I just cut it out. I don't. I'm very sorry for people that might listen. If I see anything through social media I don't like, I don't know. I don't care who they are. I,
Mhm.
I'm sorry, but I can't. I don't want to have those things in my mind. I cannot. It really touched me. Things. About all those things we those. Sorry to say, fucked up videos that we see on social media. Sorry to say this word,
Right.
but um, I don't need this in my life. I don't need this in my life. I'm at a point where I really need to feed myself and my mind with positive stuff, and I will be the happiest man in the world, you know. So that's why I like to keep those people around me that, you know, like you, because I like always, you know, you're always smiling, always be happy, always be positive, you know. So yeah, I like to surround myself with those people, you know. So that's the advice that we give to people, you know. Surround yourself with people that they will motivate you, they will inspire you, that and will be positive. They will not they will always kind of, like I said before, see the positive things on anything you do, you know. And they will not put barrier in front of you. They will open, you know. They will show you that whatever you do, there is a way to do it. You know, there is a way.
I learned so much. Thank you so much. You know, really,
Thank
thank
you
you so
too.
much. I'm so glad that I got to know you personally like this, even though it's virtual, but got to know you and not what you do as a MMA referee. That's what I really love about this.
But I hope you make it. I hope you will make it to an event, you know, in Singapore next
Yes,
time.
yes, I will
You won't be.
definitely.
I don't know what happened last time. You had a last minute meeting or something, but
Yes,
yeah, I'm
but
sure you're gonna like it. You know, it's a
I'm
fight,
scared.
but it's a you will. It's a lot of people like that that had this kind of image, you know, about MMA fights where they were like, wow, it's scary, and then, you know, but you will see, it's a lot of respect, it's a lot of good things in it. Like I said, it's good, it's positive stuff. It's not only you know, people just getting knocked out and stuff like it's not. It's a lot of other things that you will see. It's a proper show, you know, so it's very nice. It's very nice. I'm sure
Yeah,
you're
but
gonna like it.
I'm sure I will like it. I will wear protective gear also because I don't want the sweat to be.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
joking. Don't listen to
No, man.
me. So Dexter is saying balance is key. Well said, sir. So
Yes,
so thank you. Oh my God, I hate this. So thank you so much, Olivier, for spending your Sunday with me. And I wish
you're
you all the
welcome.
best. And I hope to see you when you come to Singapore at the very least, if or not
Yes,
Asia, if I'm ever in town. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Stay safe, stay well,
You
and
too.
I look forward to see what you're building next.
Okay, I wish. I posted. I posted.
Okay. Take good care. Have a good
Thank you
Sunday.
very much. Okay, have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you.